Hi Taurus, my name is Cam. Welcome to my channel. So for your meditative session, Taurus, I saw cow spirit. The miracles are endless. And my card, this card to me is very special because it was my favorite card when I got the deck. And as soon as I got it, my dog kind of found it and ate half of the card. So I don't know, it's even more special to me. I don't know. And I know you can't really see it good. I'm sorry. But it's like a very special card to me, and I think many blessings are going to be coming into your life at this point. I think you kind of have to be ready for what's to come because this is like my most special card, and I'm so happy that I saw it for you, Taurus. So with the miracles are endless, it's like, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve right now, whatever it is that you might think is a little hopeless, like Spirit is saying, miracles are endless. Like anything that you desired, no matter how hopeless or whatever state, I feel like you might be thinking like something might be hopeless or something might take a long time or something is like too much work, or it's like whatever it is, that negative thought processing, it's here to tell you like miracles are endless. Like every day a miracle happens, right? So many miracles might be happening every day. So it's just like to keep your head up, basically. Anyway, Taurus, that's what I got for meditative session. Let's pull some cards and see what we get. Okay, Taurus, what I'm getting with, I have the masculine and feminine. I have 3 11s on the table. And I think that number could be really significant to you. I would definitely look it up. Aries got 4 and now you guys got 11. A lot of repetitive numbers. So it's just, if you keep seeing 11s, or like it could be very significant to you. 11 to me, like, I don't know, it reminds me of like wishes coming true, like a union between 2 people. I think like the twin flame number, even though I'm not even too sure if that is even a real thing. That's just what I think about when I think of 11. So maybe some of those might resonate with you guys. But with the masculine and feminine card coming up with the 10 of Cups, it's like, I think it's like you've learned to kind of create a balance within yourself. You're learning to balance out your like dualities and learning to balance out like the desires that you have for like the fulfillment of your life, like what it is that's going to make you happy, right? I just see like I don't know, I'm kind of seeing like someone might have their eye on you at this time, because I kind of feel like this is you creating like your 10 of Cups, or this is like what your 10 of Cups, and I feel like someone's looking at you, and I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It could be like you looking at your 10 of Cups, like what it is that you, like what, like reflecting on what it is that can fulfill you in this life, or it could be like someone is looking at you as their fulfillment, as their 10 of Cups. It could be either way, but whoever this person is, it's like, if this is you or someone else in your energy, this person has learned to balance, and it has taken them a really long time. I see like with the three of Swords, it's like like a lot of energy, a lot of mental energy. Like it's taken a very long time to create this balance between the body and mind, between the masculine, feminine energy. Like I'm just seeing a lot of like 11. I feel like whoever this person is, or if this is you, it's like you know what it is you desire, you know what your 10 of cups is, and you know that like this would create some sort of balance in your life to kind of be able to attain this 10 of cups, right? And I feel like with the body and mind card, it could involve like some sort of communication, but I think the communication came from within. I think the communication came from spirit. I think like this entire time, you've been reflecting on what it, like you were able to finally reflect on what it is that you want, what it is that will make you balance, what it is your 10 of cups, because you've come into some sort of balance within, right? It starts within, and then it can be seen in like our reality. So I think this came first, like this balance between mind and body is like working with spirit. Like there kind of had to be a death of something in your life, a death of ego, a death of like the ending of something that you were doing so that you can create this balance in your life. If it meant like you had to stop talking to someone, if it meant that you had to like quit a job, whatever it was that was creating like unfulfillment in your life, like you had to quit it, and you had to kind of go through the whole death and rebirth process. So I already see like you've already done that, and you already have come out, and now it's like you're looking at what it is that will like balance you, what it is that will fulfill you. Or maybe someone has been through this process and now they're looking at you as their wish fulfillment. But I think it's like you kind of wondering what it will be that will like satisfy you, I want to say. Like what it is that, it's not even what it is that you can create, it's like what is it that's going to satisfy your heart, right? And I feel like you have been through a hard time, you have been through like an injustice or an imbalance. I feel like where like everything was kind of flipped upside down on you, with the heaven and earth upside down, another 11, and this is 2, which I mean looks like an 11 as well. It's like things were kind of flipped, like taken out of your hands. I feel like this is like a time in your life when you felt like everything kind of was out of control and there was nothing you could really do, and like you just kind of had to sit and wait it out. But I think this had like, I feel like it's going in reverse for some reason. So reverse or going backwards might be significant to you, because I feel like we're going from like, this is kind of what happened to you in the beginning, right? Like this 2 of Swords, the heaven and earth upside down. It's like something really terrible happened to you, where there was an injustice, where there was no balance, where there was like, I'm hearing like disarray, like everything was kind of scattered, like everything was, I don't know, like just a very bad energy, a very like a loss, a very heavy loss. And this created like this you having to rebirth yourself, kind of having to reform, you know, like this left you shattered, and you had to kind of pick up the pieces and go through the death and rebirth process to come out whole, right? In the body and mind card, it's like it took a long time, because you know the mind is a very powerful thing. The mind creates our reality, and it took a long time for you to like ease your mind so that you could like be in your body. Like you didn't, I feel like you might have gone through some sort of like sadness, some sort of like a long time in bed and not wanting to get out of bed, like whatever this was, it shattered you, but you were able to pick up the pieces and kind of reform yourself, rebirth yourself. And now it's like we're coming to this stage of what is it that's going to fulfill you. So congratulations, like for getting through this process. I feel like a really heavy energy. I feel like it took a lot to get here to this point, and there's something about looking backwards, like having, maybe this process has had you looking backwards a long time, and now it's finally time to look forward. Because I do have the 8 of Wands, and it's like someone who's like free and ready to kind of create whatever it is that they want. Like they have wings. It could be like spirit is with them co-creating. And I think, I mean, the 8 of Wands in traditional tarot has like something to do with communication. So maybe there's some sort of communication coming in from a masculine or a feminine energy. It could be that way as well. But I just feel like, this has been a long process, and for you to finally get to this like point. I want to go this way for some reason. I don't know why. Like I feel like we have to go this way. So I'm like moving the cards this way. I don't know where this kind of goes into the role. I don't know if this is your or someone else's energy, this King of Water in reverse, but the King of Water in reverse can be very, like, I want to say manipulative. Like someone who, this could have been how, like, your heaven and earth was upside down. This could be why. This could have been your energy. Hold on. I want to clarify the King of Water. Yeah, I think you had to make a decision about leaving some sort of manipulative energy. It could have been manipulative energy on your part, or it could have been manipulative energy on someone else's part. It's like you having to make a decision on leaving a situation where there was some sort of manipulation going on, right? So this could have been in the past energy. And I think that you confuse this manipulation with love, because I have the love card here. So I feel like this King of Water left you, I feel like, I want to say indecisive all the time, like someone who kind of like play like mental manipulation, like gaslighting, oh, texting you once a month or texting you like once a year and like, how are you doing, and then like never texting you back, right? Like someone who kind of just like, I mean, they give you the bare minimum, I want to say, like some sort of manipulation, keeping you around when they probably were with someone else, or like was just trying to keep you around because they didn't have time to deal with, like, you know what I mean? Like keeping you around is like a manipulation, right? Because instead of like letting you be free, it's like some sort of manipulation. And here it's like you had to make the decision to leave, right? And maybe you might have confused this with love. Maybe you were in love with this person and then you had to kind of like free yourself from them. But I feel like that's all in the past, because now we're coming to like the Ten of Cups. I just feel like this is going in the reverse for some reason, and I keep feeling that strongly. So it's not the way the cards are coming out. It's not like, oh, I want this to be a positive reading. It's like, if it's a negative reading or if it's a heavy energy reading, I would 100% say that. But I don't feel like that. I feel like we're going forwards. I feel like this dark time has already passed. I feel like there's a lot of positivity coming in for you, right? And I feel like with the Eight of Wands, this could be some sort of like freedom that you feel within yourself now that you've kind of gone through these heavy cycles and you've created boundaries for yourself. And with the Miracles Are Endless, it's like confirmation that like, yes, you can create whatever it is that you want to create. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Like, don't be stuck in any of this past energy. Like, go forward. We have it clarified again, the Eight of Wands with the Ten of Cups. So it's like, I don't think there's gonna be any I think you've been balanced out. I think like the spirits, everyone, the archangels, everyone has been working with you to balance out your energy, get you out of this heavy energy, get you out of this manipulation, get you out of the loss of an offer that you had. You had a loss of a Six of Cups. You did go through a loss, right? But it's like you still are going to be headed towards your Ten of Cups. It doesn't matter like that this cycle kind of kept you down. Like this cycle's ended, right? With Temperance, it's ended. This is like this is what's ended, like it might still come to mind like what happened and what transpired through with these energies. It might still be in your mind at times, but there's nothing stopping you from getting to your Ten of Cups, and you're moving there quickly, right? I see like the Eight of Wands is like a fast energy. It could be with someone new, because we do have the masculine feminine card out with 11, but I feel like this is more you. And yes, of course, like the 10 of cups has a couple there, has a family, so it's like if that is what you want, it's like everything, miracles are endless. Like you can have what it is that you want because you've already passed this 5 of wands energy, like the arguments, the fighting. You've balanced yourself out, you've worked on balancing. You have 3 11s here. You know, like the scales were unjust, like your script got kind of flipped upside down, like your whole world, there was like a very heavy energy, but now like we're headed towards the happy 10 of cups energy. So it's kind of like an end to that cycle, and like you can create this, right? This is something like doable for you. So congratulations, Taurus. I really love this reading. Let's get some advice out. So I feel like what the guidance for you, Taurus, is like with Be Peace, it's like you've already gone through the hard cycle. You've already gone through like the shit show, right? It's over. And now you have like this new beginning, right? And Spirit's with you with 2, 1, 3. I just feel like Spirit is telling you like the cycle's over. It's time for peace. It's time for rest. It's time for like this 10 of Cups energy to kind of like, not only for you to go towards it, but it's going to kind of come towards you. I feel like it's going to be a much easier cycle. Spirit is with you, and it's like a new beginning. And this time, this time that like whatever happened to Trent, like whatever happened is over. And I think it's again going like in reverse, because the Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Hermits, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. She to me is like the person who, like the guidance is like to have let this cycle, even though it was very painful, it's only giving you a greater capacity to love. It's only shown you how big your heart is. And I also think that's something that the dove is trying to say, like, because you're at peace with yourself, because there's something also with Aries about being at peace with like accepting the decisions, acceptance. And I think that's kind of like it's not only acceptance from your part, which was what Aries was, but it's like embrace who you are now, because the only reason that you have become like at peace and like because you have this like 10 of Cups in mind, this great cycle, is because you went through such pain. Like it happened for a reason, and it was only to kind of open up your heart even more and show you like how, like if you were able to forgive whoever this was, it's like wow, like you overcame the cycle and you got like an A++, right? Because you not only got over it, but you were able to forgive them. Do you know what I'm saying? You weren't like like you were able to transmute all that negativity into positivity, into creating something beautiful for yourself. Instead of like sitting in this cycle, you're moving on, right? So it's like you have a greater capacity to love because of the cycle. And this cycle, I think this is like where you are now, where you have like spirit radiating over you, and you have Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. And Anandamayima, the joy-permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. It's like, I feel with these two, it's kind of the lessons that you've learned. Like with her, it's like the lessons that you've learned, like working with spirit. It was also like to give yourself credit because you got yourself through this cycle, and like you can now have a better trust in who you are, in yourself, because you were able to kind of create the boundaries that you needed to create, and you're also creating the reality that you wish to see, which is this 10 of Cups energy, right? And I see the white that she's wearing, the white robe, is also kind of like spirit, like I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. Like you did work hard with spirit, and like it was a culmination of both of you to get to this point, right? So like they're kind of giving you props for your own hand that was in this. And then with Saraswati, this is like the future energy. This is like the 10 of Cups. Like everything that I create, it's effortlessly. Like this new cycle, because of like the balance that you're in, you know, we have 3 cards of balance, and it's like because of the balance that you were able to create within yourself, now the reality that you seek is going to be something like, it's going to be a beautiful reality, right? So it's like, congratulations for getting through this tough cycle, because now like things are going to just move at a rapid pace where you're able to create what it is that you desire, right? So yeah, Taurus, this was a beautiful energy. I hope that this helps some of you guys, and I'll see you next week. I love you. Bye.